make sure I'm in it.
I'll put you in it. Denise is.
Yeah, not like the first one I just smelled.
No.
Not like. No, that don't hit me.
That's
That don't
Sharon.
hit me
That's
right.
Demary's
That's
friend.
the Mary's friend.
I was going to say
friend.
Denise's friend, but that's Mary's best friend from childhood.
Yeah.
This one you don't really want to smell. It's citronella. It's like
Yes.
like
Oh,
for
I know
outside.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You like my new hat?
Chases
I
and
mean, well, I
those
have the
these
hat,
guys,
but
and
my
then
new
she can smell these
sunglasses.
guys.
Yes, you're just all ready. You're all styling.
I am styling because you know that hair underneath.
Hey, I got my hat in.
Don't wanna
You
look.
didn't let me get my
Look
hat
at
on.
my
So what are you
bracelet.
selling there, Denise?
Huh?
Essential
Look at
Oh,
oils.
I like that.
I
That's
picked my
pretty.
favorite
Young Living
color.
essential oils, and Mary
That's
signed
pretty.
up, and so we're going to be making her a bracelet, a diffuser bracelet, because you put little drops of essential oils on there, and then it's with you all day.
What color are you picking, Mary?
And then what are the different
That's
scents
a
that you
good
have?
question.
Oh, this is the starter kit that
Was
Mary
that the
got.
start? Oh, okay.
So she get all these things, and so it comes with peace and calming, and it comes with. She earned citronella because that was the promotion for this month. I don't know what the promotion will be next month, but you could earn that this month. And then you get a little thieves spray. So like if you're out and about and you want to clean a shopping cart, that's what I use it for mostly, and that kind of thing. It can fit in your purse. And then you have a sanitizer. You get that with that. And then you get 2 of these, which are the Nincture Red, and they're like all the antioxidants in there. You should be drinking one of these a day, and it's like all the things you need for the day, kind of thought. And then we have in this starter kit, there's Stress Away, which works
Yeah.
wonders.
I like that one.
Kylie will tell you
What's
that.
that first
I'm going
one
to turn
she
it this way because I'm not going to take them out.
Off.
She has Raven, Valor, Panaway, which is for pain. Valor is like to help you boost your,
I swear to God.
you know, if you're going to do something hard, you use that, and then it'll give you that extra.
Confidence?
Yes. A frankincense, which is great for skin.
Oh,
It's very good for skin, helps with wrinkles and whatnot. And lavender is like the Swiss Army knife, as they say. It does for everything. It helps you sleep, but it also, if you get a burn, you can put it directly on there.
You are missing a cap.
And then it has Digize, which is something you can ingest. Anything on the white labels you can ingest. If you have a stomach ache or something like that, or if you just want to roll it on the bottom of your belly, it will take away like stomach cramps and all that. And I've done it, and it does work. Citrus Fresh, Thieves, which I think everybody's heard of Thieves, but it's like our main product that everybody loves. And this is for like help with the immune system. So it's in this because you can actually ingest it. A lot of people roll it on the back of their neck. And then there's lemon, which is
coffee?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
lemon, which you can put in your water, and also helps clean things. It's like a natural gooey gone kind of thing, and then peppermint. So that's what comes in the starter kit.
Now, what do you take this thing off and pop this on? You want to have the roller?
Yes.
And then how much is the starter kit?
The starter kit is $165, which sounds a lot, but it's like over $400 worth of products that you get for that amount. And it comes with a diffuser also.
Is that the diffuser?
No, it's an actual
have
thing
sticker
where you put that in, and then it'll like diffuse into the air. It's a thing like this big. Mary might show you.
So,
Okay.
so you got to buy that.
I need all the help.
Okay, Sandy is bored. But welcome. That's Sharon. That's Mary's best friend. We'll tell you how old are you, Mary?
Since 5 or 6.
I am 62, same as her,
See, now we've outed them for how old they are,
but I could have been lying.
but she's not.
Oh, that's real pretty.
She's old. But so tell us a story about living on Rossiter. We can tell you where
Oh,
we
I
used
could
to
tell
live.
you a good story about Sharon.
Okay, tell a story
We were
about Sharon.
playing football
Too many shenanigans.
next door to the Martins, and Sharon went for a pass,
Oh, that's right.
and she ran right into
The light
the light pole and broke her glass.
right in half. Turned around and shagged that fly ball. Was not happening.
I do remember that
And
one.
half of the glass is on my
you had
face,
one
the other.
half on your face, the other half fell off. And we're like, oh.
Oh God! How about dumpster dive? Almost dumpster diving, leaf diving in the street just to hide
Oh, we used
in
to
the
do
pile
that.
of leaves around Halloween time.
Okay, now you got to tell a story about Mary. There's so many.
So
I know.
well, our time going. Oh, classic. Walking up to Civic Center. Where do we like ending up? At Saunders for our
Saunders.
cream puff hot fudge.
Absolutely.
And we went into a laughing jag when the man older man next to us. What was he doing?
He was choking.
Choking, and we were
He was
laughing.
choking, and yet he couldn't stop coughing or something, and it just got you laughing like nobody's business. It was
And we couldn't help it. You know, I don't even know how old I am.
Did you want it?
maybe
how,
12.
How
Yeah,
big do you
so-
want it?
yeah.
Too big?
I don't want it where it's gonna cut me off.
She's making her a bracelet.
Yes.
There. How's
That's
that?
about right.
What does that
Yeah.
size say?
That's
8
about,
inches.
That's about
Okay,
maybe
I
8.5.
usually
I'd go 8.5.
set-
Because you want to slip it over your big old knuckles.
No, it's elastic,
They're
so
stretchy.
that's not a problem.
Yeah, 8.5.
She's
8.5,
got a big
yeah.
knuckles. We
So
call
then
her
I can tell
knuckles.
you another story about what happened with Sharon and I.
Mary's got a lot. We got, you know, you think that it's just me that tells
Who are we
stories.
talking to,
My
though?
whole family.
We're talking to
the
her-
YouTube community.
Yes.
Tell her how many followers you have.
I have 4,200 followers.
Okay.
You
Hi,
wanted? You
folks.
don't want that red beef? Oh, you
So
do want the
anyways,
red. Mary, excuse me
Sharon-
1 second. You wanted that
On
red
either
beef?
side of the.
On each side.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So Sharon's mom and dad both smoked. So every now and then
The Salems, yeah.
we used to sneak a cigarette and go in the bathroom and open the window and smoke and like and we didn't really smoke. All we did was puff it and threw it out the window. I mean I don't think we ever inhaled. At least I know I didn't. But
Okay, Miss
we
Clinton.
just thought So the one day we're spraying everything and we're like, okay, it's been a good hour since we did it. Her mother walks in. You've been smoking.
She just came home from work, didn't
Yes.
she? Yeah.
Just came home from work.
Yeah.
Yep. Or another time, Sharon and I used to hide, and we used to go next door where BB,
Ooh, okay, I know the story you're telling.
and we were hiding in there from
In the
I don't
bushes
even- Yeah,
down the
I don't
side.
even know why we were hiding and everything. And all of a
Running away
sudden,
from somebody.
her next door neighbor is in the
Bathroom
bath
window.
like this, and go, "What are you two doing?"
Looking
there?"
out with his elbows on the sill.
Oh,
Scared
And we
the
see this
crap
big
out of
face.
us.
I thought we were going to crap our pants. That was it.
That was so funny. I'm like, oh my god, yeah.
okay, Denise, it's your turn. Story time.
Oh, from back then?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
like
really
anything
like
that's that funny.
I like that beat. You can't
like-
top our stories.
I'm thinking that's the case. Hold on. Oh. And let me think. Well, I just think that it was a better time back then because we all played in the street, or we went up to the park, or we rode our bikes, and everybody
Yes.
was included, and there was
Bicycling.
nobody not included on our block, no matter if we liked them or not.
And our house was the gathering space.
And we were the gathering space.
Yeah.
It was very much so the gathering space.
And every year my mother would put grass seed down on the grass, and she'd put these little wooden pegs in the ground.
She tried. She tried so hard.
String around, and we just step over and run all over the grass.
It was just on the ends too. Like, okay, what's that stopping us?
You
We
had
just
the
rode
biggest-
past it.
That tree is still there.
tree's
Yes,
still
it is.
there.
What
It
is
is
it,
still
a
there.
maple? Is it
I don't even
It's-
know. It brought it.
It's huge.
a huge trunk?
If I can find a picture of the tree, I'll include it right here. But if you don't see it, that means I didn't find it.
Gotta
Okay,
find
what do you
it.
I'm
think?
trying to
Gotta
think. You
find
know
it.
who has that picture probably
Well, if
is
we go
Michael
on the
Samaro.
Google
I like
Earth,
that.
we're going to
Well,
Google
why,
Earth.
think you're gonna
why
change?
is one side smaller than the other?
Oh, it just has to be down to here. I go from this length down to here. That's 8 inches. I'll
Oh,
show
I see.
you.
Okay.
you
It's
know.
supposed to be 8.5.
I thought,
We decided on 8.5.
yeah, that's 8 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Now
From
we're getting
here-
boring, aren't we? See, you think that I'm the
Sorry.
only one
Yeah,
that
it's
tells
not
stories. My
8.5.
whole family, we tell
Oh, we all
stories.
Said
have
8 and a
stories.
half.
Okay, that's perfect.
But only I'm going to have to take that one bead off, so it might be
Whatever-
just shy of 8
What
and a
is
half.
it?
So that-
Mary, one
you
time
eat
my mother
those.
got a
No,
brand
you
new
put those
mirror.
on there.
Telling her about the mirror. My mother got a
No,
mirror
first
in the
off,
fireplace.
she thought the thing that goes in the trash can she was going to eat. She was thinking that was something she wanted to try.
edibles.
Anyway, my mother got a full mirror. above
Brand
the-
new.
Brand new. And Mary
Above the mantle,
Above
you
the
know.
mantle. And Mary wanted to fix it.
Well, only because the little flowers that were on the
I don't
each
remember
end, they were loose, so I thought it'd be nice and
The little design, the things, the screws, and then they had the cap over
Right,
the
they
screw.
had
so
the
you
little,
didn't see
nice-
the
they
yeah,
had the
the
little
screw caps.
flower on there. I decided to tighten them, and
Oh, it
crack
cracked.
right up my. She only had the mirror like a week.
Oh, wow.
And then my father, like a month later, went to Las Vegas on a convention, and he brought home this little glass.
Oh, it was so pretty.
Oh, it
too.
was so pretty. It was a zodiac table.
With
And
the glasses,
With the
matching
glasses,
glasses.
like little shot glass. Well, like not shot glasses.
no, they were
but
like
bourbon glasses.
bourbon
Yeah.
glasses. Yeah.
You know, and then you put them around there. And my mother was so happy that she got it in front of the fireplace
She had something nice for once.
for once in her life.
Because
So I decided to move up the
You
rocking
again.
chair.
The rocking chair.
The rocking chair, so I could see the TV a little
Yes,
bit
as
better.
always,
And it was
Mary.
dark, and I
Mary
just
was the
flipped my
destructive
hand,
one.
my leg over the table, over the side of the chair, and I knocked the table in. So
We're not going to talk about Rosemary Street?
Oh yeah, let's tell her about Rosemary
thank
Street.
Thanks, Sharon.
That was your biggest.
That was her biggest accomplishment.
Exactly.
I was 3. Denise was 1. I was jealous. I had a sister. I wanted to get rid of her, so Sandy was in the front
Living room.
room, yeah, watching TV. My dad was in the kitchen doing something.
No, he was in the
probably
sunroom taking a nap, and I was supposed to
No,
be
Grandma
watching
was. I mean, Grandma.
you. Mom was
Mom
sleeping.
was. Yeah, Mom was
I
in
don't
the
know
tent.
all the
No,
details,
Mom was in the
though.
bedroom sleeping.
Sandy,
just
I
got
know
the
exactly
tail
because
end.
I can
I was
remember.
10. I was 10. You were 3. I think
Yeah.
I know a little bit more.
Wow,
I love
can't wait.
sisters. Go ahead.
I can't wait for this.
I went into the kitchen and Dad was there, and the matches were underneath the chair, and I picked it out. What you doing, Daddy? And then
He said, I'm going to take a nap. Sandra's supposed to be
Well, I
watching
didn't hear you that, but I took the matches off. They fell on the floor, and then I saw Denise in the hallway, and I said, "Come on, Denise, I'll show you something."
So Denise crawled into the bathroom.
So I sat her up. I don't know how I got her up there on the toilet, I guess, and I started flicking the matches, and next thing you know, the curtain took off,
Oh
the
my
shower
gosh.
curtain. And we were like all engulfed, and my dad came in and saved us, and he got a nice nasty burn on his elbow and everything,
Oh
and
my god.
it was like a week before we were moving.
Yeah, well,
Even better.
the people that bought the house liked it because they were going to remodel, and so the insurance money paid for all of the remodeling.
So
they
they
were
liked
gonna do.
me.
Oh,
They
really?
paid
But what
me
I
off.
didn't like about it is because they're the 3 littlest ones, Pat, Mary, and Denise got to stay with my mother and my father, but Michael, Susan, and I had to go and live someplace else. So I had to go live in Madison Heights with my cousin, and I had to take the bus to school, and I hated it. It was like for a whole month. I was the first one on the bus and the last one off the bus.
You
It was
forgot
like
the detail that I was left in the house and my dad had to go back in to get me.
Well, yeah, incidental,
Oh my God.
incidental.
You left a lot out when you told that story to me.
And then when my dad was carrying out the stuff that was paid for, somebody came by and they said, "Is your house on fire?" And he went, "Hell no, we're having a barbecue."
My dad had a good humor.
Oh yeah, Sandy and I,
wow.
Sandy did, me and Sandy and my dad were going to Boston. Sandy was pregnant. How far along were you?
I was,
I forget how long.
well, it was in August and Jimmy came in October. So,
Okay.
yeah, 8 months.
So we're driving and driving, and it's like a 13, 14-hour drive there, and we're not stopping to eat, and we're both getting hungry. Well, we kept saying to my dad, "Dad, we're gonna stop to eat."
this is
Yeah,
when
in a
you're
minute, in a minute. Well,
you were-
unbeknownst to him,
Us.
unbeknownst to us, he had food on the side that he was eating all during the drive.
Yeah,
and
we
didn't.
weren't.
So we finally ended up stopping. I don't even know what we stopped at.
At
Maybe Howard
Johnson's.
Johnson's.
Howard Johnson's.
And he ordered
Roast beef sandwich. He ordered a
make it
corned
in
beef
halves.
sandwich, but he wanted a roast beef sandwich.
Yes,
he ordered
exactly.
wrong. He ordered wrong.
And so when it came, he goes, "What the heck is this? You got to feed this to the lions."
Because he said
Let
it
me
was
see your
raw,
wrists.
it wasn't working.
Oh my god.
But
I have to still
so anyway,
but tell
a
me,
little bit of
what do you
story
think of that
time
for comfort?
from the sisters.
I think
Add
Is it little
something
too
or-
big?
little less maybe. Pull it up.
Because it will stretch, right?
No, that's how it'll lay when it's here. It'll just stretch to get
That's
over
where I
your
would
hand.
want to wear
Yeah,
it.
I think so because that way I can. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you don't want it too tight,
No, I don't want it to.
but you don't want it falling down either.
Such a dilemma, such a choice.
Maybe
How could she decide?
maybe take 2 beads off, one on each side, and that should be good.
Well, anyway, we're going to say goodbye, ladies.
Goodbye,
Oh,
ladies.
I was gonna tell one more
Oh,
story.
Mary's got another story. Oh, I started the video off just showing you Denise with her, what's it called?
Young
Young Living Essential Oils.
Young Living Essential Oils. So if you have any questions about that, put them in the comments down below and I'll make sure I let Denise know. I will put across right here on the top.
Sorry.
She's at @bbarnquilts on Instagram if you want to contact her on Instagram.
Yes,
And she's also on Facebook.
yes, I am.
So she's just under Denise MacDonald, like old MacDonald had a
Yes,
farm.
exactly.
So anyway, Mary has the story and then we will close this out.
Yeah.
First, let's just double check this.
Oh, we got
before
to
I
double
start
check something first.
Stringing the second side.
We're waiting for Sophia because
that's much
Sophia's
better.
supposed to be
That's right
here
Yeah,
there.
too,
that
but
looks
she's
better.
not.
like that better.
I like
Yeah.
the way that came out.
Okay.
Okay, this is when because I was terrible 2s, terrible 3s.
Terrible 4s.
You had the
fives.
terribles all the whole way through. Don't let her even.
So
jest.
I don't even know why I did this. I don't know, but I'm thinking I was 3, and I went downstairs.
We should have got rid of her right then.
And
Should have known better.
I come up stairs and I'm bleeding out of my mouth like no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
and my
there's a
mother sees me and panicking. And
Oh, I forgot about this
she
one.
puts the the towel up to my mouth and everything, and I can't breathe, and I kept trying to take it off, and it was ridiculous. And well, what happened was
Stupid.
it was stupid.
I don't laugh at it now.
I
But yeah.
cut my tongue with a saw.
With
Don't
a
ask
saw.
me why.
With
I
a
don't
saw.
know
With a saw.
why. I do have a little.
Oh, that's
Scar
right. I do
there and
remember
everything.
that.
But I did get a ride to the hospital in a fire truck, so that was cool.
There you go.
And the last thing I remember is them bringing the firemen carrying me in.
Oh, I don't
And
remember.
then-
She was older than I
I was 3.
think. 3?
Yeah, I was 3.
You had an awful 3.
I did.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
put
we
me on the
kept her.
table. But Sandy, didn't you do something when I came home?
What did I do?
Didn't you put me in a wagon?
Oh yeah, I did bring her in a wagon and I brought her around the block and I was charging people to look at the stitches in her mouth.
See? See how sisters stick together?
We made a pretty good profit that day. I wouldn't let her open her mouth until they gave me that nickel. When they gave me the nickel, I'd say, open up your mouth. And I didn't think of doing that with Denise with her little incident.
That's
yes,
right.
Exactly.
Denise can tell you about her little
I was there.
incident. Sharon will remember this one too.
Well, Mary can tell it because I'm too busy trying to do
All right.
this.
It was one of our friends across the street, Michael.
Oh,
And it was his 6th birthday, right?
I think so.
It was 6th birthday. And of course, kids hanging around and goofing off and everything. And Michael ran in the house and was on the inside of the house, and Denise was on the outside, and she wanted to come in, and Michael was like, no, you can't come in. So he's pushing on one side of the glass, and she's pushing on the other side of the glass. The next thing you know, choom! Through the glass, Denise's hands went. So she got looks like she committed suicide.
It does
Oh,
look
not
like I
good.
tried to commit
my
suicide.
On
goodness.
both wrists, and then she's
Oh.
got a web that we said she's a duck now because she's got a web on her finger.
Thank you.
oh my God.
And so the mother of Michael sees this, and she's like panicking.
She was right in the kitchen doing dishes.
She was,
so
and
saw
so
it
she
all.
comes and she puts her hands in the
Dishwater.
dishwater and everything. And I'm like, I think I better go tell my mom. And she's like, no, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Just needs a
Try not to
Band-Aid.
tell
Just
my
needs a
mom I'm bleeding to
Band-Aid.
death. Yes.
Oh my God.
So I ran over there, and we ended up bringing her to the hospital. I don't know how many stitches she got
I don't
that
remember.
day, but you got a lot.
Many, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Who got the towels to wrap you up?
oh, Mrs. Smurl.
Yeah. Oh, and then it was Miss Clella who drove.
Yep.
That was
oh, that's
scary.
right. Yeah, because nobody had a car except for Mrs. Colella, so
That's
she
right,
was
back
our
in the day,
ambulance
one-
for the.
One, there was when she had the car, 'cause it
Yeah.
was during the
Yeah,
day.
You
although
probably would have
Yeah.
bled to death.
I would have probably
Yep.
bled to death, but
Oh
she
my
didn't.
God.
But then again, the fire department was right up the corner, so right up the street.
That's right. We had that
So
in the
that was the nice
produce
part.
market there,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I always liked those that little place.
Mhm.
It was a
So,
dump.
It
was
was.
My
It was a
mom
dump.
always got the vegetables in that.
Yeah, but I did like to go shopping there. So, all right.
Not
I think
for meat or anything.
we don't want to overwhelm you with too many stories because we gotta.
We gotta polish up our stories.
Yes.
So,
Well, the last story we'll tell is when you trimmed the tree.
Trim the
oh yeah.
tree.
Well,
The Christmas tree out front,
all right.
remember?
Just to,
Go away.
my husband just.
Mary was our destructive one.
Always.
My husband just trimmed up the 2 bushes that are pretty good size out in front, and he did the first one, and it looks gorgeous. He did a beautiful job, and he says, "Okay, now you can do the second one." And I said, "Oh no, you don't want me to do the second one. Just ask my family." And he's like, "No, I think you can handle it." Well, what happened was we had a big
This is an
pine
adult
tree,
story?
like
Like a Christmas tree.
this Christmas tree right here, and I decided I was going to trim it up, and I trimmed one side, not the other, and it just did a terrible job, and it never grew back or anything.
It didn't
was
grow
just,
back?
No, it was stayed
it
bald.
was awful. So,
Where's Sophia?
Oh.
Oh,
So,
Kylie will be very
yeah.
disappointed.
She didn't
Yes,
come.
She didn't come.
Do you have a story to tell before I close up my video? Christy has no stories.
You're sugar free. Sure.
awesome!
It's not
thank
sugar
you.
free.
Where's that from?
Don't let her
Boston
fool
market.
you. It's not sugar free.
Oh.
Okay, that's gonna do it. Hope you liked our story times. Christy's here too late to join in, but maybe next time.
Nice talking to you.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.